LinkedIn. What should the goals be?
The goal should be to build 10 relationships. That's way more important than 100 spammy messages. So, okay, the last guy messaged me this morning. Okay, he was from a wealth management company in London. And he said, hi, we have loads of things in common. First of all, that means nothing. Anybody can say that. And I think we can really help you. Here's my Calendly link. Let me know what day works in your day. I'm like, that's so boring and so cliche. Now, if he had said to me, Niraj, I've just liked and commented on your post you mentioned last week about the importance of standing out from the competition. Or Niraj, I saw you give a TED Talk last week. That's amazing. Congratulations. That takes so much courage. I'm a big fan of TED Talks, especially Brene Brown's or Simon Sinek's. The experience must have been amazing. You know, speaking of amazing experiences, I like to talk to you about how our business can help provide value to you. Now, if he had said that, I probably would have replied, because it's different to majority of emails I get. You got to do your research. You got to make an effort. And of the, say, 1,000 messages I get on email and LinkedIn and WhatsApp, etc. a week, 1,000 messages, maybe 2 of them are good. 2 out of 1,000 are good. 1 often isn't relevant, and I'll tell the person it's not relevant. And if they come back to me with a really good reply, I might recommend them to somebody else.
Right.
And the second person, I'll normally go, okay, that person was interesting. Let me see if they follow up. And you'd be shocked number of people who just don't follow up ever. They send me a really good message and I think, okay, I'm busy. Let's see if they follow up next week. And they don't even follow up, which I find shocking. So again, it's teaching people not just to do your research, but it's teaching them the value of following up, because business is always in the follow-up. It's very rare you're going to send an email to somebody or a LinkedIn message or a text, and that person's going to go, wow, this is just what I've been waiting for. I must, I must call this person right now to do business. It doesn't work like that. I want to see you making some effort. Otherwise, why would I do business with you? Why would I give my hard-earned money to you?
Why is it important to see them make the effort? So let's say they do send you an email or a message, whatever it might be, that really is intriguing. Why would you still want them to make the effort, as opposed to acknowledging that it's intriguing, acknowledging that they've made their homework and they've made that level of effort, and then responding back to them? What's the added benefit for you? Because I'm trying to get into the minds of the buyer here, because there probably are a lot of buyers that probably do the same thing. And I just want to share with our viewers and listeners why that's important.
It's very important, because most people who are trying to sell do not understand the minds of their customers. Yes, now, for me as a customer, looking at my day today, I went for a swim this morning. I didn't want to, but I needed the energy for today, so I went for a swim. I then came back and spent an hour on LinkedIn. I then delivered some one-to-one mentoring. I then delivered some training. I then went and visited a friend who's just out of hospital to see how he was. I then rushed back to speak to you. Straight after this, I'm going to take my autistic nephew for a walk. Then after that, I'm going to do some reading, have dinner with my family, and then in the evening, my to-do list is just, I am really busy all day long. So I've already forgotten what you've sent me earlier on this morning or yesterday. So it's really important you follow up, only because my priorities are far, far greater than your need to sell your product or your service. And that's very important for people to understand when they're selling. My life and my needs and my to-do list is way more important than anything you're trying to sell to me. Therefore, that's why you have to follow up, because chances are I'll have forgotten what you've said to me by next 24 hours. That's the reason why.
Let's repeat that, because I think salespeople and professionals at large really need to understand my life and my needs are far more important than anything you have to sell to me.
100%. You know, one of the messages I got today, the guy actually said, are you free for a chat tomorrow? I'm like, really? You know, I don't know any business owner who's like, oh, sure, I got play. Call me tomorrow. I have all the time in the world. My diary is wide open. No, I don't. I really don't. Now, if you're my client, I will find time for you, even if it's in the evening, because you're my client. I don't mind doing that.
That's a priority. Yeah,
that's a priority. Exactly. People are very busy during the day, you know, and you have to understand that. And again, most people don't understand that, because they're just trying to sell their product or service, because they haven't had the self-awareness to understand, you know what? I need to understand sales. Most people's attitude towards sales, unfortunately, is there's a lot of crap salespeople out there. I'm slightly better than crap, so therefore I'll be okay. That's how most people kind of think, which is a terrible way to think. What you should be thinking is, okay, sales is a skill. Involves marketing. As I've said, it involves psychology. It involves persuasion. It involves understanding how to write emails. It involves how to understand sales process. It involves listening, which is a great skill, which not many people have. It involves asking great questions. And this is all part of the sales process. And yet 90% of people don't actually do anything about it. You might watch a YouTube video now and again or read a LinkedIn post, but that's it. And I just wish people would understand it's like any skill. You know, my father spent 5 years becoming a doctor. My brother-in-law spent 7 years becoming a surgeon. My other brother, he's a tennis coach, took years doing that. My sister's a physiotherapist, took her years to do that. And yet most people in business do not think, you know what? I need to spend 3 to 5 years learning about sales. They just don't have that in their brain, and they should have, because it's a skill like any skill you have to learn. I gave my first TEDx talk last week, dream come true. I have been speaking for 4 years. I have a speaking coach. I have read TED books. I have gone to Professional Speakers Association. I have keynoted at events online and face-to-face. I have spoken internationally. I've been doing this for almost 4 years before I gave my first TEDx talk. 4 years. That's what I'm saying. You have to look long-term, and you have to be learning long-term as well.